Okay, I know I trash a lot of zombie movies because really a lot of zombie movies are trash. But this one revolves around a golf course and it's Canadian. What's not to like? Welcome to Happywax TV. Okay, tonight we're talking about the movie Brain Freeze. It's a zombie movie, and yes, you all know how I feel about the zombie genre right now. And by right now, I mean probably the last 5 or 6 years. It's just a terrible fucking genre. It really is. Like I've said this in a few videos, every zombie movie lately feels like just another bullshit episode of The Walking Dead. The terrible, terrible Walking Dead. Thank God it's coming to an end this season. But anyways, this movie, as much as I thought I was going to hate it, I didn't. Okay, now I might be a little bit biased because this movie revolves mostly around a golf course and it's Canadian. I play a lot of golf. I play 5-6 times a week and I am Canadian. So I might be a little bit biased here, but I did not hate this movie. They tried to change it up enough so that it just wasn't your run-of-the-mill zombie movie. Now, this is a low-budget zombie movie, so you have to be a bit forgiving. But for the budget they had, I mean, they really made it work. They honestly did. And it's a different idea, too. It's written and directed by Julian Nafo. I hope I said your name correct. And basically, what it is this golf course on Peacock Island, which is in Quebec. Obviously, if you live in Canada, most parts get snow, okay? So they want to stay open all year round. So they bring in this biotech company that has created this fertilizer that keeps the grass flourishing in the winter, and it also has some reaction with the snow where it melts the snow. So the fairways and the greens are always playable in the wintertime. And this is kind of the test course that they're going to try it out on. Well, when they put the fertilizer on the grass, it saturates into the water, and then when the residents drink it, they turn into these zombies. Pretty standard stuff, you know what I mean? But the zombies eventually turn in to grass. that's what they turn into. We know this because the owner's daughter has a little dog, and it gets turned into a zombie, okay? And eventually, like we see this in the movie, like when they uncover this dog, when they come across it, it's turning into a bush. It can't even move anymore. It's just laying there. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, so all the survivors on this island, all they have to do is just grab a variety store or a grocery store, lock themselves in, and eventually all these zombies are going to turn into grass and they can just live their lives. You know what I mean? And the other cool thing too is I saw this, they did this in the movie Cargo as well. When the zombies aren't agitated, they kind of go docile, where they just stand there, which I thought was cool too. So, I mean, you can sneak around these zombies. They just, basically what they tried is they changed it up a little bit. So it's just not these always aggressive, always coming at you type of zombies. But back to the point I was making where they eventually just turn into grass, is you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, again, like I said, you just wait it out in a fucking variety store or a grocery store and you're fine. Well, okay, so Dan, who is the island security guard, okay, and his daughter Patricia, what they do is in the story, Patricia gets bit. So she is turned into a zombie. So basically that's what they do to keep the action going, is because Dan has to deal with his daughter now because he doesn't want to kill her, even though she's a zombie, and he doesn't want her to get killed. So he's got to kind of bring her with him when he's trying to escape, but do it in a manner where they're kind of not going to be seen, first by the zombies, and then second by anybody who's coming around trying to kill the zombies to survive. And he runs into Andre, who's a teenager, who kind of gets stuck looking after his little sister, Anna, who is fantastic in this movie, both Andre and the little girl. I think she's 2 years old in this movie. I'll tell you, one of the things that really made this movie great for me is the fact that they put a lot of time into little Anna's character because, I mean, again, she's only 2 years old, and a lot of movies can't pull this off, especially lower budgeted ones. but the facial expressions and the emotions that they get her to show in this movie were fantastic. Okay, now again, it's low budget, and she's only 2 years old, but you can just tell that it was take after take after take to get her to do the right expressions at the right time, and I did appreciate that. So, but anyways, the four of them kind of get together here, and they're trying to, you know, get off the island so that they can save Patricia before she eventually turns into a piece of grass, like all these other zombies are doing, all the while trying to, you know, survive the people that are killing the zombies. And then they bring, you know, the army in, and then there's these two women that work for the bio company that come in. It's just, you know, it's got a lot of twists and turns in the third act that kind of keep the, you know, the flow going, and it never really slows down. And I did appreciate the first act too, because, and a lot of movies don't do this, where he almost dedicated the first act to character building, because we learn about Dan and Patricia and their relationship and how they get along great and all this sort of stuff. And, you know, she's a teenage girl just kind of, you know, coming into meeting boys and getting a boyfriend and stuff. And then poor Andre, you know, his mom is a single mom, real estate agent. She works hard, but they have a good life. I mean, they're well off. You can see that by how they live. But the babysitter that they hire, the nanny, always takes off early, so Andre's always stuck looking after his sister. You know, and it just, they kind of invested a little more than a lot of low-budget movies do in the first act, just to kind of character build. And I did appreciate that, because you kind of care about these characters a bit more. They're not just faces on a screen that you don't give a flying fuck if they live or die. You actually want these people to live. So, I don't know, at the end of the day, I did appreciate this movie. Again, it's not like, you know, the best zombie movie you'll ever see, but they did try and change it up. They used some cool ideas. The ideas around the zombies, you know what I mean? Like, of course they come after humans and they want to eat them. But again, if you just wait it out, eventually they're just going to turn into shrubs. You know what I mean? Which I thought was kind of cool too. But again, they have to deal with Patricia because they want to save her. And then I don't want to give the ending away, but something happens, you know, at the end. I don't know. I don't want to give that away and spoil it for you. But I am recommending this movie. It's an hour and a half long, so it's right around that perfect runtime. And it kind of keeps moving. And it just, as long as you go in with the mindset that this is a lower budgeted zombie flick, okay, with a lot of effort put into it, the acting is fairly decent. I am going to recommend that you watch the subtitled version. I started off watching the dubbed version, and I shut that version off and went to the subtitled, and I enjoyed this movie a lot more. Again, dubbed movies, okay, because it's French, all right, and they've dubbed it in English, and you lose a lot of the emotion in the movie. So if you can find the subtitled version, watch it, just so you can get their actual voices and reactions and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I am going to recommend this movie. To give it a rating, I'm going to give it probably a 5.5, maybe a 6. Let me know what you think, guys. It's out now. You know, again, zombie genre, kind of fucking shit in the bed lately, but every once in a while one comes out of the woodwork that I do like, and this is one of them. So it's called Brain Freeze. It's out now. If you've seen it, let me know what you think, guys. And if you haven't, definitely go rent it and then come back and let me know what you think. And until next time, stay scared.